All right. So this video, we are going to find a farm section, and then we'll try to analyze if that is something that we are going to spend energy on. So first thing we do is, of course, you kind of know which area you're going to do farming. So we will go to that city, that neighborhood of the city, and try to select a farm to do research. So let's say we're going to go into Santa Clara, this section of Santa Clara, and we try to include that in our research. Okay, so this, let's say this area, right from here to Homestead and maybe all the way up to, so let's draw this map. Okay, so this is the area we're going to focus on. So that says there's that many sales, but we don't care. We are going to go just year by year. So we want to see per year how much of activity has happened. So we select all 4 types and then we do it for 1 year. So we do 0 to 365 days. And we could have filtered it based on, do we want to break it down, number of bedroom, bathroom, but right now we just want to find out how many agents are really active in that area. So what we see is 152 matches. I think we picked a very big area, but that's fine. We can research 152. We could have made that area smaller because we do want to do a 1 year research, at least 1 year research. But anyway, so there are 152 activities, active, contingent, pending, and sold. Most of it is going to be sold, and that's what we care. So we look at the results. So that many number of sales in that area. So what we do is we select all of it, selected, and then now we are going to export. So it will stay in actions and we export. We export, and this is where it would have allowed you to pick the custom export template that you created. I'm going to pick one that already exists. I think we created this one, but that's fine. I'll use the one that exists from before. It's going to be the same. And then you export. This is going to export in CSV format. It also opens in Excel. All right. So it's opening. Sorry, Excel cannot open 2 files with the same name. That's fine. So all we have to do is we have to close this and not save and then export again. Okay, open. So this time it's going to open. So it opened and it exported all of the 152 records. You just do a little formatting so it's easier to play with. Now you have all the addresses, of course, and you have the listing agent's full name, their ID. So the idea is to find out how many agents are doing a lot of business in one year in that area. So one of the things we do is we sort this. We sort this file based on listing agent's full name because we want to see them together. So you do this sort by listing agent full name, and that should be it. Okay, now a lot of people are going to be able to use Excel techniques to just do a count and stuff like that, but a very simple way to do is just count them manually. So the very first one that we see is very active is Al Muridi. Al Muridi has a pretty good hold. Out of 152 sales, he has 12. So he has a pretty good hold. So it will be very hard to go against him. But that's just one, and that is just 12, meaning it's less than 10% of the market share. We can still try to see if there are other big agents in that area or not. If you find another one, then you probably want to back off from this and try to look for another area. So the next one is Badla Kumar Chaudhary, who has 2. 2 is not that bad. Celeste is 2. Dale Warfel is 2. Okay. Dave Clark is only 2, so that's not a big one. So Al Muridi is your real competition so far. Denise Jacobs has 454. Yeah, so this is something to consider. Then let's see who else. Yeah, so all these 1 1 2 2s are not your problem, because if they can do 1 2, you can come in and do 1 2, because none of them have great hold on the property. But those two, something to consider. Most others so far only have 2. There's one more. Suzanne Hunter is doing business in that area. 3. Another Suzanne Vahidi has. Well, some of them you may not worry, because, well, these are different addresses, because sometimes the addresses are also doubled. So it's a good idea to check that. But then that's number 4 that has 3 or more. Okay. So based on this research, we would want to look at some other. So what we do is we go back to that list, go back to results, and now change your map. Yeah. One of the things I do is, let's say if this was an area that you were more comfortable doing business in, it would not hurt to reduce the size or change the size nearby. You know, it's just about doing research. So it's okay to spend a little bit of time doing research in the area, no problem. Okay. So if we did that, then we would, just see what happens next. Now I don't think we did much of change here, so Uh, we can just quickly see what happens here. We have 180, so it came down from what, let's say if this was an area that one of the agents had a heavily big control, then we would lose them, and that would not be a bad thing. But let's see what happens. So to be able to explore that, we need to. So what we do is, just for further research, you can just save it as one file, just to, and you can always name it like the boundary. You had Lawrence and then Homestead, and so you can name them for research. But for right now, let me just get rid of it. Then I can open another file. I can export it. Let's open it. And then just the same steps. So let's open it up, sort it. Yeah, okay. So we didn't lose Al. Let's see if we lost any of his listings. We lost like 2. So he has a good hold in that area. So anyway, I think we should get rid of this area, just go look at some other area. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stop the video and we can continue.